Good day, everyone. We are embarking on a grand journey through the annals of history, literature, and the indomitable human spirit as embodied by the enduring works of William Shakespeare, a name that reverberates through the corridors of time, inscribed in every soul that has ever been touched by the magic of his quill. But today, we don't tread upon the familiar path of Romeo and Juliet or Macbeth. Instead, we plunge into the often overlooked corners of his repertoire, focusing on a character with a compelling narrative that is as convoluted as it is intriguing. Thomas of Woodstock. Thomas of Woodstock, a figure steeped in the intricate tapestry of England's rich history, and yet his portrayal by Shakespeare unravels a world of intrigue and dramatic irony that is nothing short of fascinating. Let us first set the stage with the factual history surrounding this figure. Born in 1355, Thomas of Woodstock was the 14th and youngest child of Edward III of England and Queen Philippa. His birth earned him the title of Duke of Gloucester. Notably, he was an influential figure during the reign of his nephew, Richard II, showing a degree of courage and political acumen in navigating the tumultuous waters of his time. He stood out for his relentless pursuit of the interests of the English nobility against what was viewed as Richard II's authoritarian style. His efforts culminated in a prominent role in the Lords Appellant, a group of nobles who effectively usurped royal authority from Richard II for several years. But like many powerful figures of his time, Thomas of Woodstock's rise to prominence was also his downfall. His political maneuvers would eventually lead to his arrest and mysterious death, believed to be murder in 1397. His life was not only filled with political intrigue, but also encompassed personal scandals and power struggles, providing rich material for a dramatist like Shakespeare to exploit. On that note, we must move from history to the realm of literature. Enter Shakespeare's Thomas of Woodstock, a character that is complex and multifaceted as the historical figure he is based on. Shakespeare paints a portrait of this character that is not just a reflection of the man himself, but also an embodiment of the themes of power, betrayal, and human frailty that are central to his body of work. Shakespeare's portrayal of Thomas of Woodstock is found in the play often referred to as Richard II Part 1 or Thomas of Woodstock. This play is widely believed to be of Shakespearean authorship, although some scholars argue that it was a work of another contemporary playwright, with the bard possibly contributing to revisions. In this play, Thomas of Woodstock emerges as a character of moral steadfastness and integrity, particularly in contrast to the flawed Richard II. He is shown as a critic of the king's misrule, and it is this resistance to the monarch's authority that sets the stage for the ensuing drama and his ultimate downfall. One of the notable elements of this character is his conviction in his beliefs and his willingness to stand up against perceived injustice, even at the risk of his own life. Shakespeare brilliantly uses this to create tension and conflict, adding layers of depth to the character and the narrative. At the same time, he also explores the theme of the corrupting influence of power through Thomas's actions, which are sometimes guided more by self-interest than high ideals. Shakespeare's Thomas of Woodstock is a man trapped by his convictions and the political machinations of his time, and his struggle provides a rich ground for exploring themes of loyalty, ambition, and power. But what's most striking is how Shakespeare uses this historical figure to create a character that is timeless, resonating with audiences across different eras. Now, it's impossible to talk about Thomas of Woodstock without discussing the play's controversial nature. The play itself was not included in the First Folio, the first authoritative collection of Shakespeare's plays, leading to debate among scholars about its authorship. This has an added layer of intrigue to the character and the play, making the figure of Thomas of Woodstock even more compelling. However, whether the hand that brought Thomas of Woodstock to life on the stage was indeed Shakespeare's or not, the character remains an embodiment of the bard's dramatic flair and his profound insight into the human condition. It's the complexity of this character, his internal conflicts, and his ultimate tragic fate that are quintessentially Shakespearean. This reminds us why the Bard's work continues to captivate audiences and inspire scholars centuries after they were written. Shakespeare didn't just reflect the world he lived in, he held a mirror to the timeless themes of humanity: love, power, ambition, betrayal, and created characters that continue to resonate with us because they are not just of their time, but for all time. In conclusion, the character of Thomas of Woodstock is a testament to the brilliance of Shakespeare's characterizations. Whether it's the historical figures' political courage and personal scandals, or the dramatic character's struggle against power and his tragic fate, Thomas of Woodstock remains an intriguing figure in history and literature. While there are debates about the authorship of the play, the character's complexity and the universal themes it explores underline why Shakespeare's works continue to be relevant today. This exploration of Thomas of Woodstock is not just about shedding light on an overlooked corner of Shakespeare's repertoire. It's also a reminder of why we continue to study and appreciate Shakespeare's works. His characters, like Thomas of Woodstock, are complex, flawed, and deeply human, reflecting not just the world they inhabited, but also the timeless human condition. These are the qualities that make Shakespeare's work a timeless treasure, one that continues to enrich our understanding of literature, history, and ourselves. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until next time, keep exploring the world of literature and history with an open heart and an inquisitive mind.